Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Trimco number 1063 edge pull. They call it a concealed door pull center. I know it is an edge pull. You're going to see this installed in, residential pocket doors, commercial pocket doors, I suppose, as well, and is mortised into the edge of the door. And when a door is tucked into its pocket, you can put your finger in that little recessed area there, pull it out and grab the handle and pull your door out. Now, people who are in the business of making a living doing construction, residential construction that involve doors and hardware, there is definitely a preference for the Trimco 1063 compared to other manufacturers' products. And I've been selling Trimco for a very long time, and as I study their products, which I do every week, the fit and finish is just always exceptional. Trimco is just always really good stuff, is just the bottom line. The care that, just looking at the spring assembly back here with the rivet pin and the rest of the housing that goes onto the cast brass front portion, yeah, definitely brass there. This steel plate that the spring is attached to, of course, is not, but the rest of it is brass. And by the way, this is a 626 satin chrome finish. Studying the fit and finish is always just, it's remarkable for hardware, is the bottom line. Trimco takes pride in what they do, and it shows in their work. So below this video is a link to what's called cut sheet, and it shows everything important dimensionally about this edge pull. Let's go over it now. You can see that this is, per the cut sheet, 3/4 wide. Looks like it's a bit heavy on 3/4. 3.88, so 3 7/8. Yeah, tape measure tucked down there. Yeah, 3 7/8, I would say. You've got an overall projection of basically 1 5/8. Okay. They on the cut sheet, they don't really give information regarding machining, but I've machined for these several times, and basically you always have two preparations. You've got what's called the body, or what we call the body, and then the plate. The body is always the deep mortise, or whatever mortise you have to do inside of the door, and then you've got the plate mortise, which is generally just the exposed part of the unit that you see. Okay, so if I was going to be mortising for this, I would want to make my body preparation basically just enough for this to fit into the silver steel part down to here above the screw hole. The width necessary, probably the 3/4 inch width, less whatever. I'd put a caliper on this part, the widest part, and determine what my preparation is. And then my depth, I would just make it a box, from basically here, here, and down is what I would do. Okay? You don't have to do it that way. You could make that box smaller and route out for this recessed area here for the finger pull. But two preparations is generally how I like to do it. And then, of course, your plate preparation would be only the thickness of the material, which they're calling out at 0.08, just heavy on a 1/16 of an inch, closer to 3/32. But if you're doing this all with a router, you're going to want to measure all that stuff and lay out your router preparation with the proper bits. That's how I'd go about doing it. Obviously, guys are going to say, no, I'll just do it by hand. Sure, that works too. I'm just a fan of routers. I think the fit and finish of doing work with a router is something that cannot be contested. A couple of screws are included. They look like they're about a number 6. Maybe a number, yeah, they're a number 6 by 3/4. I'm looking at it. An undercut flathead screw and a complementary finish. Speaking of finishes, this edge pull is available in several different finishes from Trimco. And again, like I've said, I've had people request these and say, I want the Trimco. I says, well, I have another brand, because the Trimco, sometimes the lead time with Trimco is a bit longer than you like. I say, nope, I'll wait for the Trimco. And I agree. The lead time, it's always well worth the wait. Great quality company, very good quality people. They're very willing to bend over backwards every single time that they can. If you have any questions on the Trimco number 1063 edge pull or any other Trimco product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.